you have a book out called The Sex Drive Solution for Women, and it deals with libido issues, which change in both men and women as they age, but never at the same time, it seems like. How much of an issue is that, and what can be done to, at least make the men and women's issues compatible as they age?
Sexual compatibility is definitely a tricky issue to navigate. I think one of the very, very important things that is missing all too often that would help with sexual compatibility is communication. I think communication is the absolute key. Having experienced low libido myself, I know firsthand that lack of communication was definitely a big component of that in my relationship. And I see it every day when patients come into my office. I ask them about their sex drive and about their sexual relationships. And I have many, not to generalize, but I'll say I do have many women in my practice who say to me, well, we're listing all the problems that they have. They have low energy, they have hot flashes, they can't sleep. So how's your sex drive? Well, it's not there, it's gone, but I really don't care. And I've already established with them that they're in a relationship, let's say. And I say to them, well, how does your significant other feel about this? How does your husband feel about this? And they look at me kind of like a deer in the headlights. I don't know. We don't talk about it. And it's what I call the classical elephant in the room. They don't talk about it. I didn't talk about it. When I was losing my sex drive, I would make excuses, do anything to avoid it. I learned how to master the very light snore. So, he'd sneak into bed before he got in the bedroom and so nobody's going to bother you for sex. And too many women know that script all too well. And you know what? What I found out when I finally did share my problems with my husband, and it did take a long time, but when I finally did share it with him, it was a very difficult conversation, but it didn't go anywhere near what I expected. His first questions were, well, is it me? Are you not attracted to me? Are you not in love with me? What does this mean for our relationship? And I looked at him like he was from Mars. Like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with you. Why are you making it all about you? This is me. I have a problem. There's something wrong with me. I felt defective. And here he is on the other side, flip side, feeling defective and ignored and unloved and unattractive. And I find way too often that that's what's going on. That's the subtext of what's going on in these relationships. And that's why communication is key. Communication is key if you're going to navigate those differences in desire and drive. And unfortunately, it's very, very common. We were just talking about this yesterday with my good friend, Dr. Sarah Gottfried, who's another amazing hormone specialist, sex expert. And we were just talking about it just yesterday. We were saying the fact that unfortunately, it seems that sometimes women with low drives are attracted to men with high drives, and then vice versa. Women with high drives might be attracted to men with low drives. So it tends to be sex is one of those big issues in relationships, like money. It's one of those big core issues that causes couples to really have a lot of conflict. And all too often, unfortunately, it can even lead to things like breaking the trust in a relationship, like, online relationships and sexting and, all the way into affairs and cheating and divorce, because people aren't communicating about these issues and about their needs and about their feelings around those needs. It's hard to be vulnerable about it, but when you can really get to the core of those issues and really understand what your partner's going through, each one of you, it really helps to clear the air, and it helps to come to some sort of understanding of what it works for you as a couple, not, just two individuals living their own script in their head. When you come together, you're able to form a script for the relationship, and that is a much healthier way to go about it.